Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, I'm just on my way to the doctor's this morning to have my usual 3-month blood checkup. I've just stepped off the bus, I'm in the town centre, and I'm standing very close now to the Witch's Well, which is where 7 innocent people sadly were killed being accused of witchcraft in the year 1697. It's quite normal for people to come here to lay down flowers and candles. It's very interesting because when I was growing up, it was largely ignored. The well was there, but nobody went near it. It was just something of history. But in these days of equality and justice, people are looking around and looking back and saying, well, you know what? This is sad. 7 innocent women, actually some of them were men, killed because of prejudice and bigotry. That's the view people are holding these days. Very debatable, of course. Right, so it's a nice place to come and reflect, if you're not really a religious person, but more spiritual, to come to a place where a handful of people died, and it's marked with a well. I mean, they weren't drowned here. They were either burned or they were hanged. I don't know. I think they were hanged, actually, but the well is there to mark the place. Not as some kind of regret or mark of mistake or sorrow. The well is actually there just as a memorial. Yeah, it happened here. If you want to know more about the Witch's Well, you can find it on my YouTube. I've done archives, a few archives, I think, about the Witch's Well. There's one in my YouTube archive there, another one in my Gaelic YouTube archive if you actually want to see it. Or you can just Google Paisley Witches. Anyway, that's where I am right now, just looking at this well, reflecting on life as I go for my blood test. Now, I just want to share with you what else I'm looking at. This, where I'm standing, very much a mixture of old and new. So basically, I'm in a little, very small park where this Witch's Well is. Just outside the park, there's the busy main road where the doctor's surgery is. And there's 2 tenement buildings on either side. The area is generally clean, but could do with a bit of a sweep, I think. Very concrete with modern houses all around me. And in the middle of that, there's a little cottage. And the sign says, let me just read it to you. The sign says, Robert Tannahill lived here. And he was a poet. It says he was born in this cottage 250 years ago. Robert Tannahill, 1774 to 1810. I don't know when that notice was put up. It's interesting. He was famous because he was a poet. Poetry these days, of course, isn't celebrated. It's not something that people think about. It's not something that people really want to have in their lives. The arts generally, of course, have been overshadowed by social media. And I also write poetry, as you know. There's a link to it on my website there. You can find my poetry archive. But I don't think people are very interested, I really hope this dark period that we're going through in the world of the arts really quietens down, and in the future young people get to enjoy the joy of writing and reading, because of course that's not something that many people these days like to get involved with. Oh, delicious. There's a lovely cafeteria there. I think after my blood test I will maybe go in there and enjoy a moment of sugar. Oh, what's this? Aquarius. Oh, I see. It's some kind of crystals shop. These new age shops which have the crystals and sell different things, different artifacts. Well, there's one here called Aquarius. Very nice, isn't it? Yes, where myth meets reality. Oh, very interesting, yes. Right, and as you can probably hear, I'm back on the main road now, and I'm faced with a lot of really trashy looking Asian restaurants. When I say trashy looking, I mean they're not even restaurants, they're just takeaways. Quality Chinese takeaway, there's 3 of them there, next to a Art Windows and Doors showroom, and on the corner, personal training gym membership. Oh no, no, Swedish massage. I wonder how that's different from any other kind of massage. Swedish massage. It sounds cold, doesn't it? Oh no. And of course a church on the corner, which I think is closing. I've heard rumours. Most of our churches here are now being converted into other kinds of buildings, like gymnasiums, for example, or carpet shops. That's a common one. Not a lot else happening, really. Oh, beautiful. I'm just looking at the skyline. I can see the observatory of my town, which of course isn't used anymore. They keep saying they're reopening it, but I don't think they have. It's closed for refurbishment, so they say. And yeah, a lot of shops with the shutters down, but a beautiful sky. And lots of hustle and bustle as people head to work. Right, well, lovely skyline with the observatory, some trees and a little clock tower. The church also has a miniature spire on the top, and looking the other way with all these Chinese restaurants, new buildings, and nestled in the middle of this, of course, is this place where the witches were sadly killed. For those of you who don't know what that is, just to finish off, the witch trials here, there were many of us were killed during a time of great persecution. Anyone who was involved with folklore, healing, many of them were just taken away and killed in the 16th and 17th centuries, accused of being witches. Of course, they were all innocent. There was no such thing as witchcraft, really. It was just some kind of mass hysteria, very similar to the Salem witch trials, which we read about. I've been to Salem. Yeah, I love the witch trials. It's one of my little joys, reading about people who were killed for innocent reasons. And that's it from me for today. Well, do have a look in your town or village or your country to see if there were any people banned as witches. You might be surprised. This was a Europe-wide phenomenon at one point, and I'm pleased to say that it is all finished now, and people have moved on, and let's hope we don't go back to those times where we're accusing people without any kind of fair evidence or trial. Right, that's it from me. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be back again soon. See you. Bye.